Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another video. All right, y'all, just back with this real quick video here on this BKFC topic here. I just want to kind of give you my thoughts on this whole situation. I was actually going to do a video about it a couple weeks ago, right after Paige Vanzant lost to Rachel Ostovich. But I just wanted to talk about BKFC President Dave Feldman and just addressing Paige Vanzant and her current situation, with them signing Paige Vanzant and the outcome that they've been getting. Of course, it's not the outcome they've been wanting, but Dave Feldman, he's just being real with it. In this interview I just read, he said, hey, look, she's in a must-win situation right now. They're going to try to sit down and talk about it, what's next for her, but she is in a must-win situation now. I think she was, even after the Britain Hart loss, but now that she's 0-2, it's even more so, especially when you try to push her as the main event at 0-1, over the fighter that beat her, you know what I mean? So I think that kind of rubbed a lot of fans the wrong way. So it is something they have to address and say that, look, she is in a must-win situation right now, because fans are only going to take this for so long. And that's why I want to talk about this, because it comes down to, being real in reality. And I'm glad that Dave Feldman is addressing this now, because fans, they'll stick with something for so long. Like they'll understand when they're kind of being jerked or when the wool's being pulled over their eyes, because, fans, as much as they like someone, they still will call BS. Like when it comes down to movies, like if you have a favorite actor, if Johnny Depp is your favorite actor and he's been in classic film after classic film, right? But then all of a sudden he starts to go on a streak of just flop after flop or just trash movie. Fans, they'll let you know. They'll let you know, and by letting you know, they won't go to see that movie anymore. They won't go support that actor anymore. They'll let you know that, hey, this guy's trash. He needs to hang it up. It all comes down to fans wanting their money's worth and wanting to be entertained. They still want to be on a winning team, and that's what it's about. Everybody loves a winner. Everybody loves a winner. Like Paige may have these fans when it comes down to her looks and these fan sites and everything like that, on her IG. But when it comes down to the sport that they love, which is BKFC or MMA, they want a winner. They come to be entertained and they want to support that fighter, but they also want to support them as a winner. They want to be inspired by that, and they want to see good fights. They don't want to see this person get knocked out constantly, hyping themselves up and not really training and preparing themselves. Just like I said, when it comes down to movies, fans with Johnny Depp or Denzel Washington, whoever, they'll go and support that person because they love their movies, right? But when they start turning in trash and just turning up in trash, they'll let you know they will not support that actor anymore. That actor will be out of work. They'll be in a must act situation, right? So same thing can be said here with Paige Vanzant. Like, she is definitely in a must win situation. 0-2 now, and then leaving on a bad note with the UFC as far as her losing streak. Fans were already kind of rubbed the wrong way. They thought maybe this was going to be a revamp, Paige Vanzant, but now it's the same thing, flop after flop. Especially when you put her at a main event. It's one thing if she was an undercard, if you started off as an undercard, but it's like they really needed to make that money back, so they made her main event right away. If she would have started off as an undercard, people would have been like, okay, let's check out Paige. Oh, she lost that fight. Undercard again. Oh, she lost that fight. It would have kind of went under the radar. But now it's like when people seeing an 0-1 fighter as a main event and the person that beat her being below her, it kind of makes us say, no, we don't want that, and I think that's something he had to address. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and pull up what he said here. I mean, he said it so many times here, but he said, Dave Feldman said, absolutely, she's in a must-win situation. I thought she was in a must-win situation in this fight, but she performed very well. I thought that as to the fact they won the Fight of the Night honors. I thought that she was in a must-win coming in. She lost, and I still think that we're in the Paige Vanzant business, okay? But with that being said, I absolutely think she's in a must-win situation. I can't keep saying she fought really good. Now let's see what happens next eventually. And now's the time she has to come out with a victory. Like I said, we'll sit down with her and see her team and see what happens next. I think we're all going to move forward together. But you're absolutely right. She's in a must-win situation without a doubt. So yeah, he agrees she's in a must-win situation. But it's like I said, man, it just seems that they're starting to see that more is going to have to come out of this signing of Paige Vanzant, especially with her being the face for the women of BKFC. And it's going to rub some of these other ladies the wrong way. Like, I understand how Britain Hart feels. She beat her. And, she beat her. She came away with the win convincingly. But she's still continuing to be pushed as the lower level fighter, along with some of the other ladies who do put on exciting fights. I know they want talent, and they probably were expecting to get a revamped Paige Vanzant coming into BKFC, and not only give them the look, to the male fans, but also deliver wins. And that's why I say everybody wants a winner. Like even the men, they're gonna want to see a winner. They're gonna want to see the pretty face, but they're gonna want to see a winner. Now that Paige is 0-2, fans of the sport, they're not gonna hang on to that hope that she's gonna win eventually. Especially when you push her as a main event, they're not gonna hold on to that. They still want winners, and that's why I think a lot of fans, a lot of guys, they would still stand behind their hyped up fighters. Whether it's a hype train like Ronda Rousey, because she was still bringing in good, entertaining fights, and she was dominant. She was winning. Same with, like, I can even say for Kayla Harrison. Like, for the level that Kayla Harrison is on, I can understand why casual fans or fans would still push that, because she's still dominating and winning. She's still giving them that fantasy, that illusion, like, oh, she's really great. It gives them something to really simp over. You know what I mean? Like, there's still that factor there. Like, as a hardcore fan, I know that there's still a level that Kayla Harrison needs to reach, but she's still giving you your money's worth by entertaining and winning. She's still bringing you entertaining fights by winning, if you still are a fan of her style. So I think to a lot of the Paige Vanzant fans in BKFC, they're starting to see that, this ain't paying off, that we're not paying to see her lose. We're paying to see her go in there and look good, not just physically, but look good technically with the way she's performing. It's already hard enough for men. Let me just be real. Like, it's already hard enough for a lot of these men to be fans of women in the sport. Of course, I'm a fan, but it's hard for a lot of men to be fans of women getting hit in the face. I got a lot of friends like that. They don't like seeing women get hit in the face, right? So if they come to see a woman lose in the sport, over and over, and she's headlining their sport, they're going to turn away from that. Like I said, it goes back to the trash films. If Johnny Depp continues to put on trash films and they're putting that thing up there, as the, main attraction, they're promoting it well, like this is some great thing, and then fans are just calling it out as trash. Eventually, they're just going to shy away from that actor and find the next one, right? So, I mean, a lot of fans, they were pissed in this situation, and they were confused that Britain Hart wasn't the main event, or at least the co-main event, or at least over Paige Vanzant, seeing as how she beat her, right? It seems like that's kind of like a slap in the face to the winner. So, yeah, it's obvious she's in a must-win situation. But in my opinion, like I've said before, Paige, she's someone who's said herself that her income outside of combat sports is more than her fight purses, right? So why not just leave that game, leave the game alone, leave the combat sports alone, leave the hurt game alone, and just do, make money off of what's good for you and what's safe for you, especially when you're facing your body or your money makers. I've said that before, if you're facing your body or money makers, why would you join BKFC, which is one of the worst sports for anyone trying to be a model? So that's what it comes down to for me. Not just for her, but for the business, for the business. To keep your fans, you have to keep them satisfied. They have to walk away feeling like they were entertained. Like a while back when I was watching one of the BKFC cards, not one with Paige on there, but it was just one where, it was the one with Paige. It was back in January, the one where Britain Hart did beat Paige. Like, I was really entertained with that card because everybody was delivering. Everybody was, putting on a great performance. But then I thought about, like, the fans of Paige Vanzant. I'm like, oh, wow, like, they actually support her, and they're coming out to see this. And, she kind of pulled off a lackluster fight. And then, she put on a good fight against Rachel, but she lost again, right? So it's going to make everybody feel a certain type of way. So, yeah, she's definitely in a must-win situation. I think if she goes 0-3, they're really going to have to rethink renewing her contract, or however that works out for her. But, yeah, man, let me know in the comment section, guys, what y'all think. It just comes down to reality. I think, again, like, there's a difference between her and Kayla Harrison. Like, Kayla Harrison, there's a hope there that people can say, oh, they can put a lot of hope and hype behind her, that she's going to be great. But even for right now, the level she's on, like, she's definitely not on the Nunes or Shevchenko level. Let me tell you that right now. Kayla Harrison is not. But Kayla Harrison is entertaining, and she is winning. So fans will pay to see that, and they will get some satisfaction out of that. She still is bringing something to the table. It's not just all talk. She's doing a lot of talking now, but it's still not just all talk. She still is bringing wins for whatever level that fans appreciate that on, So, yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section what y'all think of this whole situation. Just related to anything, it doesn't have to just be about Paige Vanzant, but when's another time that you've seen a situation where you're just like, all right, this is over. The jig is up. go ahead and get rid of this person, or you can't BS us no longer, right? So yeah, whatever they're gonna work out for Paige, they need to work it out. Get her another fight, a soft touch or whatever to build it up. But I don't know. I don't really see her staying in BKFC that much longer. I mean, she's got other paths. So, Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.